After defeating Lu Bu at Xiapi, Liu Bei and his brothers were greeted warmly by Cao Cao. However, Liu Bei was unable to clear the uneasiness from his heart. He chastised himself for being too kind, too soft, and for not possessing the cold cruelty of Cao Cao. It was then that a secret order arrived from the Emperor. Cao Cao must be slain! It was a cry for help from the Emperor himself, who had grown weary of Cao Cao's tyranny. Liu Bei thought to himself, if he were to slay Cao Cao, to whom he was so indebted, then he would be no better than Lu Bu. As Liu Bei struggled with his indecision, the order was given to eliminate Yuan Shu, who had attempted to usurp the imperial throne. Having bided his time in turning on Cao Cao, Liu Bei saw this as a perfect opportunity. Together with his troops, he led a rebellion in Shu. However, the chaos would once again prove cruel to Liu Bei. Cao Cao's massive army dealt his forces a resounding defeat. And during the course of the battle, he lost track of Guan Yu as well. The chaos continued to torment him, a man of unparalleled kindness and purity. And so, he sought the help of Yuan Shao, the one man who could oppose Cao Cao. He soon found himself on the fields of Guandu, where Cao Cao and Yuan Shao were already engaged in battle. As he prepared for this great conflict, he quietly cursed his lack of strength. As ordered, Liu Bei attacked the Yuan Shu army and emerged victorious. In his weakened state, Yuan Shu was no longer a match for Cao Cao and passed away shortly thereafter. It was then that suddenly Liu Bei rose in rebellion. Cao Cao was determined to bring his massive army down upon Liu Bei's forces, leaving none unpunished. Liu Bei was a mere nuisance whose blind devotion to the concept of virtue would only lead to more chaos. Liu Bei's army crumbled before the might of Cao Cao's ambition. Once again, Liu Bei was forced to wander the land with no place to call his own. As a result of this fierce battle, Cao Cao welcomed a new general into his ranks. It was none other than Guan Yu, a warrior who combined honor, loyalty, bravery, and intelligence into one formidable package. Having coveted Guan Yu for a long time, Cao Cao was pleased to finally have him by his side. Finally, he was ready to face his old friend Yuan Shao. Having made the necessary preparations, he advanced his army toward Guandu, the site where all would be decided. Cao Cao and Yuan Shao, their battle for control of the land was about to begin.
Only ever tried to do what was right, with all the strength I had. But my actions have seen much blood spilled, and now Guan Yu may be dead. All I ever wanted was to help the suffering of the people, however I could.
And what's wrong with that?
Xiao Yun!
I am here, my lord, to join you in your cause, as I promised.
You would? Why?
You could have looked the other way, but you didn't. That is why.
Thank you.
is clear what strategy we must use. Place decoys at Bai Ma and Yanjin. Then, launch attacks from each unit. He has numbers, but Yuan Shao is indecisive and imperceptive. He is a man of the past. This should be enough to deal with him.
However, the problem is those decoys, though. The enemy is so great in number that they'll be simply overrun.
Exactly. You're a smart man. I can see why our Lord values you so.
Forgive me. It was not my place to speak out.
Then you will have to go yourself, Father.
So I would be the decoy.
Quite brilliant, Lord Cao Bi. Your father must be proud. Lord Cao Cao is the perfect bait. We can lure out the enemy at both Bai Ma and Yanjin. As he makes his advance up the middle, we'll strike both places at the same time. Then we can squeeze the enemy in the center between us.
I see. You look to divide and isolate the enemy forces.
Precisely. Our Lord and I will attack from Yanjin. Master Guan Yu, you take Bai Ma.
Understood.
Very well. Yuan Shu, show me the intellect you are famous for.
Cao Cao, for too long now you have stood in my way. Finally, I will rid myself of your meddlesome presence. Your pathetic army is nothing before me. Now you shall witness the power of the nobility.
With an army that size, it must be difficult to keep them fed. Shu Yo will lead us to their supply depot. If we burn it to the ground, then victory is as good as ours.
The supply depot is located at Wu Chao. It is possible to get them to open the gate. But we will need to make the necessary preparations. Please give me some time.
Very well. I shall go and buy you the time you need.
Guan Yu awaits a challenge. Come and face me if you dare.
You are not so much of a fool that you would not have heard of us.
Truly you have realized you cannot win, and have come to beg for mercy.
Silence your heads. We'll make a fine offering of gratitude to Lord Cao Cao.
Lord Guan Yu.
Watch as Yuan Shao's life goes up in flames. Do you want to be turned to ash too? Or will you be a beacon that lights up this land?
Very well. I shall burn with righteous fervor for you!
It appears we have managed to give our pursuers the slip. It's good to see you safe, my lord.
Don't worry about me. What about Guan Yu? Damn. That idiot! How could he fight for Cao Cao? I'll kill him!
That is enough.
But, brother!
I will wait.
Brother!
We must have faith. I know in my heart that Guan Yu has not forgotten his oath.
You fiend! Show some respect to your betters. Do you forget the nobility of my station? Your insolence will not be forgotten!
The Yuan have been set on the road to ruin.
The heavens had completely abandoned Liu Bei. Without Liu Bei at Guandu, Cao Cao emerged victorious. He seized the Central Plains and became the largest force in all of the land. Meanwhile, thanks to the efforts of Zhao Yun, Liu Bei was able to escape the clutches of Yuan Shao and Cao Cao. Searching for a land of his own, he called upon Liu Biao of Jing Province. With no troops or land, Liu Bei had been abandoned by the fates. However, there was still one man who had not yet abandoned him.
Guan Yu!
So he's really sided with Cao Cao. All right. You know, I always wanted to fight you one time.
Zhang Fei, perhaps another time, my friend.
What?
Guan Yu, prepare to die! Brother, at last I have found you.
Guan Yu.
My place is here, beside you, my lord and brother.
I knew it! I knew it! Our brother would never betray us! Deep down, I always knew that!